Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we are playing a deck called Inescapable Burn. Based kind of around Inescapable Blaze. First off, it started out as I was trying to do a Jund Primal Amulet deck. I was going to use like Sovereign's Bite to maybe get a couple extra deals 6, gains 6 would be pretty powerful. And then I just kind of realized that the things that really mattered I liked in just Gruul. So this is what it ended up being. I think that there still is a deck out there for Jund that would be pretty fun. But this right now is what we've got, and it's pretty fun. So what we're trying to do is first off flip Primal Amulet. So we need to cast 4 spells, put 4 counters onto it, and then once the 4 counters are on it, it flips over to Primal Wellspring. Primal Wellspring, tap it to add 1 mana of any color. When that mana is spent to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. So very awesome. So basically, Banefire. If we cast a Banefire for 6, or where X is 5, then it can't be countered. We do 5 damage to them. And if we had it Primal Wellspring to pay for 1 of that mana, then it would be doing that twice. So we do 10 damage with our 6 mana Banefire, basically. Also, if we did the same type of thing with Electro Dominance, let's say that we finally get it up to 8 mana because we have a lot of ways to ramp up with Wilderness Reclamation. It's instant speed, removal spell, Incubation Druid, and Line of Worlds can kind of get us up to that, as well as Wilderness Reclamation, as well as flipping our Primal Amulet, Treasure Maps. Then we can pay X, or pay X is equal to 6 here. We do 6 damage to them. We get to play an Inescapable Blaze for free, which can't be countered, and it does 6 damage to any target. So we do 12 damage right there. And then if we can copy, we wouldn't be able to copy the Inescapable Blaze, but we would get another copy of Electro Dominance and be able to play another spell for 6 mana. And so there's just some really broken and really fun things we can do with this deck. And so we have Shocks and Lightning Strikes to kind of be mostly for removal in the beginning, in the early game. So we're not trying to burn them straight up in the early game. We're just trying to keep the board clear. Lava Coil here as well, but I did want to keep the Lightning Strikes and Shocks here because sometimes you do just need those 3 extra points of damage, or 5 if we have 2, and especially if we get the Primal Amulet flipped, then we can start using them, and we want to be able to target their face, not just any creature if we're playing against control, so we can actually flip Primal Amulet. So this is the deck as it is right now. I think that you could tweak it a little bit. Like, there's some good green spells that help you draw cards that might be needed here. I'm kind of dependent on Treasure Map and Jaya to really flip us over, and the hope is that we eventually just get to such big spells that we don't need a handful of spells to finish out the game. We just need 1 or 2, and so that's kind of the way that this deck is built. I think that it could use some tweaking. I've played like 1 game with this, but it's awesome. Like, it's so fun. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay and wish me luck. Let's see how we go. All right, so here we are against Felipe Francato. And oh my goodness, this would be so perfect with green mana. We're just going to draw green mana. So keep it past the turn. Mountain. Green mana into Incubation Druid. Llanowar. Well, if not, we're just going to shock that. But it is definitely worth getting our stuff going here versus killing that. So, because we're kind of on a clock with this deck. Like, we want to get Primal Amulet as soon as possible so that we can start doing everything else we want to do with this deck. Ooh, is this elf something here? Alright, Mountain, Primal Amulet. Pass the turn. Hopefully that stays alive. They could be running Reclamation Elf or whatever. The one that kills artifacts and enchantments. Vine Bear. Ooh, interesting. That's going to be painful. Alright, well, here we go. We're just going to Wilderness Reclamation. Do I want to adapt this instead? Alright, we're going to pass the turn. This way I can block one of these guys and then adapt it. I could even trade off with the Vine Mare if I really wanted to, which might be useful. That is one of our biggest nightmares here is the Vine Mare. Um, if they have the Blanchwood armor here, then I don't know if we have a shot at that point. All right, so they play Jude. I think we actually do block the Vine Mare here. Well, that's just rude. All right, well, we'd rather have them kill that rather than Primal Amulet. All right, so they swing in, I'm guessing. They don't swing. Ooh, perfect. All right, well, we will absolutely adapt here. All right, and now Inescapable Blaze. I think maybe we just start going for damage. So its converted mana cost is still 6, and so I think Electrodominant. So we get some extra stuff with Primal Amulet. Do we just start going at face? Oh, we have the Incubation Druid as well. So 3. Yeah, so we have enough to Inescapable Blaze as well. So we can put 2 counters on Primal Amulet. We can do that instant speed as well. So we're going to pass the turn. We're probably going to block the Vine Mare if we can, and then Electrodominance and Inescapable Blaze. That way we get a lot of damage in. This is where I feel like we need card draw with this deck. Like, it's hard to make room for it, and like, so I might be missing some good card draw. If you guys know of anything that I'm missing, let me know. Risk Factor, there we go. Risk Factor would be beautiful. Rabid Bite. Okay, well now we go ahead and do it. So Electrodominance X6. Actually, we do X7 because we have Primal Amulet. So 7 at you. And Inescapable Blaze, your face. And I think what we're looking for is another Inescapable Blaze. Actually, no, we survive. We can race them out if we draw any one of our X spells, I believe, with Primal Amulet. So we just have to draw Burn for the next couple turns. Vine Mare makes it more difficult. All right, down to 14. We do... All right, there we go. Inescapable Blaze. They're off by 1 point of damage here. I mean, I guess I should have held up the mana, but I was going to go face either way. All right, Vivian Reed. Okay, yeah, kill the Primal Amulet. Go for it.
Get that out of
yeah.
here.
Don't swing in for damage, and then we will Lightning Strike in. We can Wilderness Reclamation as well, but yeah, we'll go ahead and kill you, and yes! It worked! Big burn spells do have a shot here in Standard. Oh man. Alright, alright. Alright, up against Manista, and Treasure Map. I like Treasure Map, so let's try it out, because I've been debating whether or not I wanted Treasure Map in here, or find some other something that will like I was debating on like a couple, like one Gaia's Blessing just so we can have a chance against Mill as well, and there's a few other cards that could do okay in green, but like they're not amazing card draw. They're not as good a card draw as Treasure Map is. They're just making sure we're hitting the right draws that we need and then giving us extra draws later on. Well, now we'll see if we needed it against Mill. Alright, so Treasure Map. And I think this actually can be a decent matchup for us because we should be able to get to the turns that we need to. Oh, I should have... I don't know why I didn't do that there. Alright, well, play another Treasure Map. I am so bad at tapping these down when I need to be. So go ahead and tap now. Lightning Strike. Actually, do we want to use those so we can flip Primal Amulet quicker? Because I think that's what's going to win the game for us here. So let's keep it on top. Yeah. I think we're looking for land as well. Oh, I guess keeping his stuff on top too, it's going to change either way with this Drown Secret, so there's that. So treasure maps, I'm not going to spend it this next turn because of Primal Amulet. But then on the next turn, we're going to stop on our upkeep. And actually, we have Inescapable Blaze that we can play now. I think I want some like cheaper spells though. Ixalan's Binding. All right, now we can't play Inescapable Blaze. All right, so Scry. We can play the Shock. It's 5 damage. I think we need to go for land, which, I mean, the treasure map flipping will kind of get us there as well. So let's go ahead and tap down this one. Yeah, we'll keep Lightning Strike now. So draw, play Mountain. Oh, go to main phase, play Mountain, and we'll go ahead and do it while they're tapped down. All right, down to 20 past the turn. Stop again on our upkeep. Chemisters. Banefire, Lightning Strike. Man, we're gonna actually draw into like all of our elves, aren't we? I think that's to the bottom. I mean, technically we get more damage out of it than we do other stuff. We need to get land for this Inescapable Blaze. Inescapable Blaze really is, I think, our best draw here. We can still flip one more. Land is okay. I mean, it's not burn, but we need to be able to play our 6-mana stuff, which I guess with that we can. But play Forest, and we will just pass the turn. Being able to draw 3 cards each turn now will help a lot. Like, they're not milling us out that quick. Now they're going to be milling us out pretty quick. Alright, yep, Resolve. Jaya and Treasure Map, those are good things to go away. Revitalize, well, we will go ahead and burn you now. Treasure Cove, Incubation Druid. I mean, that could do 3 damage for us every turn and give us a big Banefire. But I think we put it to the bottom. Let's go ahead and draw. We can't play the Primal Amulet. And actually, yeah, let's do it while they can't. Well, they can't counter it. Actually, it can't be countered anyway. All right, and pass the turn. Oh, now we draw. Go to main phase. Oops. Inescapable Blaze. We do not like seeing those go to the graveyard. This Banefire is pretty big, though. Yep. We're just losing too many of our pieces. Like, not having this Primal Amulet flip is pretty frustrating. I think Mill actually has a decent shot in Standard right now. It's doing well. I mean, all they have to do is what they're doing, and alright, so we get a draw a couple times here. Draw. Alright, well, Incubation. Do we want to spend a treasure just to do this? I think that we actually try to keep Incubation Druid alive. Our Banefire can do how much? If we can get it down to Wilderness Reclamation, we still actually can't do enough. Yeah, just pass the turn. I think we've already lost this game. They had the right answer at the exactly right time. I think otherwise we would Banefire this turn to kill them. Alright, well, destroy all creatures. They do have that for all enchantments and artifacts as well, so Wilderness Reclamation may not work very well either. Alright, well, just trying to see if we can find anything. We have enough to get the Inescapable Blaze with this Electrodominance. Well, there's that. So, yeah, X6. Alright, well, if they don't mill us out this turn, then we actually can kill them. They're going to draw cards, mill us some more. Like, they should be able to mill us here. But otherwise, we do have him on this turn. So I think if we had not taken the turn to play... Alright, there we go. So, can't be countered. And all they had to do is play, like, blue spells there. And they would have had us. Like, anything to draw cards. If they literally have nothing in hand, then that is sad. Well, I don't know how we pulled that off. Like, honestly, that was... I did not expect to win that at all. But... okay. That sounds great. Alright, up against Culver. And, if you guys have been to Culver's, it's a fast food restaurant place. It's amazing. All right, yeah, we're gonna keep this. Anytime that we have some sort of removal, one of our combo pieces, and some ramp to get us there, we're keeping it. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this tapped. We might have been able to get a Llanowar Elves out of that, but all right, nope, unpunished. All right, so Incubation Druid, pass the turn. And Forest. Thorn Lieutenant. Alright. Not terribly worried about that. So we are going to Primal Amulet first. Because then we can Wilderness Reclamation on the next turn. To then like play shocks or anything that we need to. Alright, still leave Champion. That's a lot of damage coming in. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and get down Wilderness Reclamation. Pass turn, so we can Lightning Strike and Steely Champion. I was kind of hoping to get the other Primal Amulet down before we did that. We could do it with Electrodominance on the next turn, just to flip them, but then we have to draw our big spells. Like which that's kind of the game of the name of this deck. It is a little bit more of a greedy type of deck. All right, so Rabid Bite. Well, now we kill it so we can keep our guy alive. We need the mana. All right, so Steel Leaf down. Still taking damage here and there. All right, let's. Do we want to? All right, we can still do it. I keep forgetting. Yeah, so we have Wilderness Reclamation. Play the other Primal Amulet. Pass the turn. And I think we just try to flip these as best we can. All right, so that resolves. Please swing in. Oh, perfect. All right, so block and adapt. Kill it. All right, Lightning Strike, Electrodominance, so we can flip it here. We could stop at our end step and just start doing damage to face, and then just hope to draw some of our big burn spells. So let's see, we have 8, so we can do 6, 9 damage flip it, and if we draw Inescapable Blaze, then we win the game. So let's go ahead and stop on our end step. Actually, we have more with this Incubation Druid, huh? So, yeah, go to our end step. No attacks. So, yeah, end the turn. We will go... And actually, we have more because these are cheaper. I keep forgetting. Okay, resolve. So 4... so we're just going to count these as the 2 reds. So we have 8 and 11 damage, so 14 damage. So we're going to take a big beating. $11 here. Yeah, put counters there. Yep, resolve, resolve. Yep, resolve, 11 damage, and lightning strike. Okay, we get to flip the primal amulet. Resolve all. Transform. Pass the turn. So we take a hit, and we're really gambling here. But it's a fun gamble. And our Incubation Druid gives us a lot more chance to play a bigger thing. Ooh, all right, so taking a big hit. Well, we can at least keep this up to block next turn, so we have 2 turns to draw something. And we need 2 turns to draw something. All right, so pass the turn. And don't play another one on Llanowar. All right, Gigantosaurus swings in. We chump block. And please give us a shot. Oh, man, please give us what we need. No! No! Oh, man, if we had drawn literally any of our spells there, except Shock, I guess, but... Oh, my gosh. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, it's so sad. We take a big, big beating. And, well, that was kind of cool to see just how much damage it can do pretty quickly. Like, if you get a flip... Oh, man. I'm trying to think if there's any way out of that there, and I don't think there was. Vinemare is really good against us. All right, so there you guys have it with Inescapable Blaze, or Inescapable Burn here, and it's a fun deck. It's definitely jank. It's definitely a janky deck, and there's some things, like, whenever there's jankiness here, go ahead and feel free to tweak it around yourself. Like, do that with any deck, really. There's some, like, of the top tier decks they really optimize, and you can, like, maybe switch out 1 or 2. But with this deck, really, you can throw out 4 cards or something, throw completely new stuff in, and it's so fun. Like, I think this is a really fun deck. I did lose a few more before I started recording as well, and so just so you know, like, you do run into some issues with this deck where you just, like, have all burn and none of the ramp to get to it, or you don't have Wilderness Reclamation or Primal Amulet, and it's kind of a funky deck, because, like, you need to be spending stuff to kill creatures, because you kind of die with these X spells, but you can also just, if you get high enough, you can just spend in, and you can kill them sometimes in 3 turns, and so it's a really hard thing to pilot sometimes with this one, because if you draw the right thing, you win the game. But other times it's just like, oh, nope. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to check out my Patreon account, or Patreon page, it's down in the description below. And every day I do polls. This was a deck chosen by my Patreon patrons on Patreon. And if you want to join in with that, it's just $1 a month. And anyway, so thank you so much. We'll see you guys in the next video, and bye.